Ooh, ooh. I am live. I'm just popping up to just do a little thing today. I'm waiting for my friend Ultan Conlon. Up there, I see some people. Hi, people. Just a quick thing. Yes, Ultan Conlon. Yes. There you are. No, that's not him. Oh, I'm confused. Okay, don't try and join live just for a minute if you can, guys, because I'm just trying to find Alton. Because this is just a quick little live about a quick little live about the Players Conservatory, because some of our students are just finishing their creative writing class today, including my dad, which apparently is quite amusing, with the great Emma Hetherington. So I'm very excited about that. Oh, there you, Alton. Yes, I see you, buddy. I see you. Hide live. Go live with Alton, that's it. Just without Rebecca Mader at my side to help me through these things. So yes, we're going to have a quick chat with Alton, because Alton, I'm excited, is going to be teaching a singer-songwriters course. So we're just doing, there he is, there's the man. How are you, buddy?
Hello.
Hello.
I can't see you yet. Can you hear
You're,
me?
you're in I can hear you, but you're in a grey, dark, foggy haze.
Yeah, it's called Ireland.
Ah, that's what it is. You've not lost it. You've not lost your spirits.
Oh
How you
yes.
doing over there, buddy?
Yeah, good, Sean. Really enjoying being locked down for months,
It's
and
fun, isn't it? It's getting really good now.
yeah, it's just kicking out.
At first it was boring, but now I'm really savouring it. I'm so sorry. I know that Ireland's very, very slow to get the vaccine in people's arms and stuff, so I'm sorry you guys are having such a rough time over there.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's. I'm staying away from the news and social media and kind of complaining about the government and the EU and why vaccines aren't showing up, because it'll break your heart.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there's a lot of sadness to go around at the moment. I mean, we just seem to have points where things seem to get better, and and they are getting better, I think, generally across the world. But then we have a week like we've had here in the States with some really terrible tragedies, and then it's just a tough time. So to that, without wallowing in the mire and getting too down, because we know that there's a lot of sadness and misery. We are the angels of positivity, because we have a new thing which we're going to do next week. We're going to have a little proper chat next week. This is just like a little teaser, because you're going to come join the conservatory and teach singing and
Yeah.
songwriting, right?
Yeah, Sean, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm thrilled, because especially, at the moment, not to go back to what we're talking about, but we are all stuck at home no matter where we are. We can't go out to shows. I can't meet my band to
I
practice with
know.
them, to have cups of tea, to fire ideas off each other, to be told that's a good idea, that's a bad idea.
Yeah,
Uh, and you kind of just get lost in yourself creatively, I found. But
yeah.
do something again in a group, even on Zoom. I won't even say even on Zoom, because Zoom is fantastic for this. You just get that full connection again, and you just get a whole kind of a whole burst and adrenaline rush again, and you get
Well,
nervous,
so
you get excited, and you get ideas, and that's what we need right now.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, as you said, so many of us around the world can't be with people, can't be doing the things that we want to do. And one of the things that I've noticed with the conservatory since we started it 7, 8 months ago is that, there are people from literally all corners of the globe, from the United Arab Emirates to the Canary Islands, Spain, Germany, France, America, Canada. And now people are making a group of friends during this pandemic with people all over the globe. And in my acting classes, they're playing scenes, some people from, Scotland to Denmark. And it's
Wow.
amazing, the bond and the groups. And I've heard the same thing about the creative writing class, that people have found a like-minded group to hang out with once a week for a couple of hours. And it really is, it's kind of amazing. I'm so grateful for technology and for Zoom, that we can actually do this, and we can actually create something. You can create songs, and hopefully you'll be able to give some budding and aspiring songwriters just that little bit of advice about how to put a song together, or how to,
Yeah,
you know
some guidance, and I won't say I'm going to be teaching songwriting, because I don't think that's how it works. I just
right.
don't think it's teaching. I would like to guide the students along, or the participants, and also because I did something similar in the last 4 weeks myself, and there was people from America and from Ireland on the workshop, and like that, it felt like I was traveling again. You know, you
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
yeah,
It's just
you open your
it,
mind again. It's like you kind of get out of your rut and you feel like you're traveling. Like it was great to see some people from America to kind of get that lovely positive vibes that they always give me when I go over there, and I've missed that because I haven't gotten to go over there in a couple of years. And then
yeah,
vice
no.
versa, they get something out of the Irish that they don't have, and yeah, it's wonderful. So I'm excited to run this workshop. I'm excited to meet the people on there, and I know it can be daunting at first, but after a couple of weeks, like you said, it's lovely. You just become good buddies.
It's so nice. And, you know, I had a class that just began this Thursday. And like every class that I've started, everyone's a little nervous. They're a little unsure. You're like, oh, this feels a bit strange. And it is, because it's a rather alien kind of thing. This is not how we converse and spend our time as
Yeah.
humans. But under the pandemic, this is the way it has to be. And what I've found is, what's amazing is we really do transcend the room. Like, you know, I'm in a friend's apartment right now, but like wherever we are, we can actually kind of escape and go to somewhere else. Just hearing, as you say, different accents, the Irish, Scottish, American, German, French, you know, it feels international. And also you're getting together with people, a bunch of people that have the same goals, have the same sort of aspiration to, you know, in your class to hopefully write a pop song. Like I've got a melody or I've got some lyrics in my head. How do you get from A to B to C? And also one of the things that I think we're hoping, I'm hoping that some of my musician friends may come in and do a little kind of chat with you, you know,
Awesome.
people we may know from the radio and the hit parade, just to talk to other accomplished musicians and say, how do you do it? Because there's, you know, there's no definitive way to write a song. It's all down to the individual, I'm sure.
No, and I mean, you know, I hope I can offer more than just that as well, because I've done 4 albums myself, and I did the soundtrack and the movie with you, Sean, back in 2012.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there's any questions in regards, well, how do you go about producing the song or recording it as well? And, you know, if a song is too long, I can make suggestions. You know, you take a little off here or there. Again, more guidance than, because everybody's so unique when it comes to this, and you're never wrong. When you write a
No,
song, you can't look and go, that's wrong. You know, it's not, nothing is wrong. It's so subjective as well. So that's where people who, you know, I know when I did the workshop, everybody felt like an imposter at first. You're like, oh, am I good enough to be here?
sure.
You have all of that kind of stuff going on, and you'll see after a couple of weeks that just it's not the case. And you couldn't predict the stuff you'll come out with on these workshops.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody asked me like an hour before you do it, what song didn't you write? You'll probably go, oh, I don't feel like I'll write anything. And then after it, you're like, wow. Like, again, it's just having that group around you. It's also having a little bit of pressure to do it.
Yeah. And I think just putting in your diary, you know, your lessons will be, you know, on a weekend so that we can take people from America or people from Europe. So but hopefully it'll be a really kind of international class. So
That'd be
I don't want,
wonderful.
because a lot of people don't know that we did this, because this was just an impromptu, just for anybody watching, or put in your diaries. Next week, Ultan and I are going to jump on around this time, about sort of 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the UK and Europe. And it's 1 o'clock for us here in the West Coast of the United States. So next week, we're just going to talk a little bit more. And then if you guys out there, if there's any aspiring musicians, songwriters, and you're thinking this might be fun, you know, jump in and give us a question. We'll try and take some of the questions. And Ultan
Sure.
can explain a little bit more about how he wants to go about it. And you know, if you've got also, you know, if you're not a musician but you have a brother or a sister and you're like, oh, this would be good for them. This is a great way to get out of the house and meet new people without actually having to leave the house.
Yeah. And it's a great way to get a morale boost and get creative juices flowing that are there, even if you don't realize it, you know?
Yeah, and you know, when I've often said at the very beginning of this pandemic, I started looking at it. I had a very horrible feeling that it was going to take a lot longer than we first initially thought. And I remember thinking to myself, I want to come out of this pandemic with something to show for it. I don't want to just tread water for the duration. And, you know, during the pandemic, we've really been quite forward thinking and started the school, and it's opened so many other doors for other people. So, you know, if you're out there and you're feeling a little bit fed up and bored, this might be a great way to do something different.
And Sean, do you realise that this day 5 years ago we were we were rocking it up in the Viper room.
That's right.
in
I know
Los
this is not
Angeles.
planned as our bi-decade anniversary, but yeah, 5 years ago today, you and I played the Viper Room in Los Angeles with our friend Chloe Agnew. Agnew, is that how you say it properly?
Yeah,
I know. And to everybody that was there, if you're on right now and you were there at that gig, thank you for coming. And I hope you guys will kind of tune in next week when we have a chat. A special shout out to all of Sarah's, a member of our family in the fandom passed away this week, which was very, very sad for a lot of us. So a special big send out of love to all the Italian fans, all of the oncers that knew Sarah.
very
Can't
sorry.
stop thinking about her. Yeah, it was sad because she was such an extraordinarily loving and kind person. So I know a lot of us are feeling pretty heavy hearted at the moment. So I just want to send my love to all of you, and just stay strong, and we'll get through this horrible chapter, and there will be happiness again one day. Ultan, it's lovely to see you. I'll see you same time, same back channel next week, and we'll talk a little bit more about how we can explode this talent all over the world and give everybody #1s by Christmas.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it, Sean. It's great to get chatting to you now and just get the ball rolling and get.
Yeah, so you heard it. We will be starting very soon. So tune in next week. Me and Ultan will chat about it. And then we will also give you a date of when the class starts, how you can apply and check out everything you need to check out. Big love to you, my friend. I'll speak to you next week.
Tanya and the kids.
Thank you, mate. And likewise to everyone back in Ireland. We love you all. Stay safe, stay well. God bless everyone. See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.